Have you ever wondered what truly brings happiness and fulfillment as we get older? As time goes by, our priorities shift, and we begin to understand that happiness often lies not in what we hold on to, but in what we let go of. In this video, we'll explore 8 powerful things you can release to create more joy, peace, and purpose in your life. These aren't just tips. They are life-changing shifts that can improve your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, especially as we age. By watching until the end, you'll discover how to reclaim your peace of mind by distancing yourself from toxic relationships, how to stop mindless spending and focus on what truly enriches your life, and how embracing change can open new doors for personal growth and joy. You'll also learn how to prioritize your health and self-care, and how to break free from the need for perfection, allowing you to enjoy the freedom and happiness you deserve in this chapter of life. So, if you're ready to make your later years your best yet, filled with purpose, fulfillment, and authentic connections, stick around and learn how to embrace the wisdom of letting go. Your journey to a more peaceful, intentional, and joyful life starts here. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Limit self-stimulation. As we journey through life, our perspectives and priorities naturally evolve, especially as we grow older. The search for balance becomes not just a goal but a vital component of living a fulfilling and meaningful life. Self-stimulation, while an entirely natural and normal part of human existence, can sometimes overshadow other aspects of life when indulged in excessively. What begins as a momentary source of pleasure can subtly chip away at our mental clarity, physical energy, and emotional depth if left unchecked. By choosing to limit this activity, we're not merely breaking a habit. We're making a conscious decision to reclaim our time, energy, and focus for things that truly enrich our lives in lasting ways. Imagine redirecting that powerful energy toward pursuits that light up your soul and invigorate your body. Picture yourself channeling it into creative expressions, be it painting, writing, or music. Activities that not only engage your mind but leave a tangible legacy of your passions. Envision dedicating that time to physical activities that strengthen your body and renew your vitality, like a brisk morning walk that awakens your senses or a yoga session that grounds you in the present moment. Even simple acts like reconnecting with loved ones, sharing stories, or making new friends can bring immeasurable warmth and joy. In these golden years, the beauty of life lies in discovering the richness of what truly fulfills us. Diving into a new book, cultivating a garden, or mastering a skill you've always been curious about offers a profound sense of accomplishment and peace. These activities build memories, strengthen connections, and nourish your soul in ways that fleeting pleasures simply cannot. Limiting self-stimulation doesn't mean cutting it out completely or denying a natural part of yourself. Instead, it's about cultivating mindfulness and ensuring it remains a harmonious part of a well-rounded life. When you step back and create space for activities that nurture your heart and mind, you give yourself a priceless gift. The chance to experience life more deeply, to savor its beauty, and to grow into the best version of yourself. This choice opens doors to fulfillment, meaningful relationships, and a sense of purpose that brings contentment to your days and serenity to your nights. By focusing on what truly matters, you craft a life brimming with joy, connection, and the kind of balance that sustains your spirit through every chapter of your journey. 2. Distance yourself from annoying neighbors. As we grow older, our home evolves into much more than a mere dwelling. It becomes our sanctuary, a sacred refuge where we seek solace, rejuvenation, and the quiet joy of simply being. Yet, this cherished peace can be shattered by the presence of a difficult or overly intrusive neighbor. Whether it's the constant noise, disrespect for personal boundaries, or an irreconcilable personality clash, such interactions can slowly chip away at the calm and contentment we have worked so hard to create. It's deeply frustrating to see your oasis turned into a source of stress and frustration, but you are not powerless. You can take steps to protect your peace of mind and reclaim the tranquility you deserve. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Distancing yourself from an annoying neighbor isn't about hostility or shutting others out. It's about self-preservation and prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being. In my opinion, this is one of the most empowering choices you can make. Life is too precious, especially at this stage, to be spent catering to relationships that drain more than they give. Sometimes, setting firm yet respectful boundaries is the only way to keep the peace. Have you ever tried having a polite conversation with a neighbor, only to feel unheard or dismissed? I know how discouraging that can be. When kindness and communication don't yield results, it's perfectly okay, even necessary, to minimize contact. Let your interactions be limited to what is essential, and don't feel guilty about it. This is your life, your space, and your right to curate the energy around you. Remember, choosing distance isn't an act of rudeness. It's a declaration of self-respect. Your home is a haven, and it should always feel like a safe retreat where you can breathe, relax, and enjoy your own company. Take pride in creating an environment that recharges your spirit, free from the disruptions of negativity. To me, there's nothing more fulfilling than sitting in the quiet of my own home, feeling at ease and peace, knowing that I've chosen calm over conflict. Isn't that the kind of serenity we all aspire to? Think of it this way. Guarding your peace doesn't require dramatic measures. It's often the small, intentional acts that make the biggest difference, like politely declining unnecessary interactions, avoiding situations that invite confrontation, and focusing your energy on relationships that uplift and inspire you. When you allow yourself the freedom to distance yourself from negativity, you're sending a powerful message. You value yourself and the tranquility you've earned. Life is fleeting, and every moment matters. Why let someone else's actions dictate the comfort of your home and heart? In the end, preserving your peace isn't just about keeping the noise out. It's about creating space for joy to flourish. Protecting your sanctuary is an act of self-love, and it's one of the most meaningful gifts you can give yourself. So, embrace the freedom to live on your terms. Distance yourself from what doesn't serve you and surround yourself with the things and people that truly make your home and your life a reflection of the serenity you deserve. 3. Unhealthy relationships. As we journey through the tapestry of life, relationships weave themselves into the very fabric of our being, shaping who we are, coloring our days, and offering us purpose. These connections are often the lifeblood of our joy, but not every relationship is built to endure the test of time or align with our growth. Holding on to relationships that have turned toxic, one-sided, or unfulfilling can become a weight too heavy to bear, quietly siphoning away our joy, energy, and inner peace. Letting go of such unhealthy bonds isn't about abandonment or coldness. It's an act of profound self-love and respect. It's about recognizing the invaluable worth of your well-being and opening the door for relationships that truly nurture and elevate you. Still, the process is anything but easy. How do you walk away from a connection that has been part of your story for years? The shared memories, the sense of loyalty, the fear of isolation, these emotions can grip your heart and cloud your judgment. And yet, as time ticks on, we must face the undeniable truth. Life is too short to allow negativity to linger in our closest circles. If a friendship, partnership, or even family relationship consistently leaves you feeling drained, unseen, or undervalued, it's time to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, does this bond nourish your spirit or deplete it? Choosing to release an unhealthy connection is not a selfish act. It's one of courage and compassion for yourself. It's an acknowledgement that you deserve relationships rooted in mutual respect, genuine care, and uplifting energy. This choice is not about cutting ties with bitterness or resentment, but about stepping back with grace, prioritizing inner peace over guilt-ridden obligation. Letting go is not an act of rejection, but an invitation for something better. Sometimes, the most loving and liberating gift you can offer both yourself and the other person is the freedom to move on. When you release the grip of toxic relationships, a weight lifts. You begin to feel lighter, freer, and more attuned to the beauty of life. Clarity emerges, and with it, the realization that you've been holding space for something more meaningful. Relationships that fill your life with warmth, trust, and joy. In my own life, I've found that the act of letting go, though painful, has been transformative. It has taught me the power of boundaries and the importance of cherishing the people who truly see and celebrate me. I've learned that my time and energy are precious gifts to be shared with those who uplift, not undermine, my journey. Each goodbye, though difficult, has led to a new chapter filled with deeper connections and brighter days. As you contemplate your relationships, remember that you are not alone. Many have stood where you are, torn between duty and the yearning for freedom. Trust that choosing peace and authenticity is worth it. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you create space for the kind of love and support that enriches your soul. Embrace this chance to honor your worth, celebrate your resilience, and welcome the boundless joy that comes with living authentically. You deserve relationships that reflect the beauty of who you are. Letting go is not the end. It's the beginning of a lighter, brighter, and more fulfilling life. Say goodbye to mindless spending. In today's world, where advertisements constantly bombard us and consumerism dominates, it's far too easy to fall into the trap of buying things we don't truly need. For so many of us, shopping becomes an escape, an instant yet fleeting solution to feelings of loneliness, boredom, or even a craving for excitement. But let's be honest. How often do those impulse purchases end up collecting dust, serving as nothing more than reminders of fleeting gratification? Over time, this cycle can leave us feeling overwhelmed, our homes cluttered, our finances strained, and our hearts hollow when those shiny new objects fail to deliver the happiness we hoped for. As we grow older, wiser, and more reflective, breaking free from the chains of mindless spending becomes a profound act of self-love and clarity. It's about reclaiming the space, the energy, and the resources that truly enrich our lives. Imagine this, a home where every item has meaning, where your belongings spark joy or serve a purpose, and where you're no longer weighed down by the guilt or regret of impulsive buys. Instead of filling your life with things, what if you filled it with memories? Heartwarming visits with loved ones, the thrill of learning something new, or the awe of exploring a place that leaves you breathless. These experiences create stories you'll carry in your heart forever, far surpassing the temporary thrill of a sale. For me, this shift feels like a liberation, a chance to live intentionally and focus on what truly matters. Letting go of mindless spending doesn't mean living in deprivation. It means choosing abundance, the abundance of meaningful connections, laughter-filled adventures, and a sense of peace that comes from knowing you're using your resources wisely. Picture the joy of walking into a home that feels serene and purposeful, where every corner reflects who you are and what you value most. Think about the deep satisfaction of aligning your financial choices with your dreams and values, building a life that feels fulfilling rather than overwhelming. When you choose mindful spending, you're not just saving money, you're saving yourself. You're giving yourself the gift of clarity, the freedom from clutter, both physical and emotional, and the beauty of simplicity. It's a powerful act of self-care, a declaration that your happiness isn't for sale and that true joy isn't something you can find in a shopping cart. So, say goodbye to the endless cycle of accumulation, and welcome a life of purpose, intentionality, and richness. Not in things, but in moments, relationships, and the simple, beautiful pleasures that truly stand the test of time. You deserve it. 5. Say no to unnecessary busyness. In today's fast-paced world, where productivity is often worn as a badge of honor, we're taught to believe that being busy equates to being important or worthy. Many of us have spent decades filling our days to the brim with endless tasks, meetings, and obligations, striving to prove our value through sheer activity. But as the years pass, the truth becomes painfully clear. This constant busyness often drains us, leaving us stressed, fatigued, and feeling unfulfilled. The quiet moments, the meaningful connections, the experiences that bring genuine joy, these are the things we unknowingly sacrifice on the altar of busyness. Saying no to unnecessary busyness isn't about laziness or shirking responsibilities. It's about reclaiming your life and your energy for what truly matters. I've found this to be a deeply emotional and liberating realization. The act of saying no is a declaration of self-respect. It's acknowledging that your time, your mental well-being, and your heart deserve better than to be consumed by obligations that don't nourish your soul. Think about the commitments in your life right now. Are there things you've agreed to out of guilt or fear of disappointing others? Are there tasks that feel more like a performance than an authentic expression of who you are? Learning to say no is an act of bravery. It allows you to set boundaries and protect your emotional peace. It's not easy at first. There's often guilt, and sometimes a nagging voice saying you're being selfish. But isn't it time to embrace the truth that your life is yours to live, not a race to meet everyone else's expectations? Instead of saying yes out of habit, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, does this truly make me happy? Does this align with my values and the person I've become at this stage of life? If the answer is no, permit yourself to step away. Your time is finite, your energy irreplaceable, and your heart too precious to waste on things that don't bring you closer to your authentic self. When you begin to let go of unnecessary busyness, something remarkable happens. You create space for laughter with friends, for hobbies you've neglected, for moments of stillness that calm your soul. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling a sense of ease, knowing that the hours ahead are yours to fill with intention, not obligation. Imagine savoring a quiet afternoon with a good book, taking a peaceful walk in nature, or enjoying an unhurried conversation with a loved one. These are the moments that life is truly made of, the moments that leave a lasting imprint on your heart. Saying no to busyness also allows you to rediscover the beauty of simplicity. You start to notice the little things, a gentle breeze, the sound of laughter, the warmth of the sun on your face. These simple pleasures, often overshadowed by the chaos of a packed schedule, suddenly feel like treasures. They remind you that a life well lived isn't measured by how much you do, but by how deeply you experience it. Letting go of busyness is a way of honoring your journey. It's a recognition that you've earned the right to prioritize what truly matters. It's about choosing quality over quantity, presence over productivity, and authenticity over appearances. By embracing this slower, more intentional pace, you can create a life that feels deeply rewarding, filled with peace, balance, and a sense of purpose. In saying no, you say yes to yourself. And isn't that the greatest gift you can give? 6. Prioritize self-care over pleasing others. Throughout our lives, so many of us have been taught, often unconsciously, that our value is tied to how much we give to others. We become caregivers, supporters, and tireless peacemakers, bending over backward to meet the needs of our families, friends, and even acquaintances. While compassion and generosity are beautiful, life-affirming qualities, constantly prioritizing others above ourselves can leave us feeling drained, invisible, and even resentful. As we journey through the seasons of life, it becomes profoundly important to shift this narrative. Self-care is not selfish. It is a non-negotiable necessity for a balanced, fulfilled existence. Choosing self-care over the relentless pursuit of pleasing others is a liberating act of self-respect. It's an intentional declaration that your well-being, your joy, and your inner peace matter. Imagine what it feels like to wake up and know that today, you will honor your needs. Whether it's indulging in the serenity of a morning walk through dew-kissed grass, savoring the rich aroma of your favorite coffee as you sit in stillness, or immersing yourself in the pages of a book that sparks your soul. These moments aren't just acts of care. They are a profound acknowledgement that you are deserving of the love and kindness you so readily give to others. When you start to prioritize yourself, something magical happens. The weight of obligation and exhaustion begins to lift, replaced by a sense of renewal and balance. You're no longer giving to others from an empty cup, but from a wellspring of energy, patience, and authenticity. And isn't that the version of yourself your loved ones deserve? This doesn't mean you stop caring for others. Far from it. It means that you're finally caring for yourself with the same devotion you've always shown them, and in doing so, you can show up with more love, joy, and intention. Letting go of the need to please everyone is not easy. It may stir feelings of guilt or discomfort at first. But remind yourself, setting boundaries is an act of courage, not cruelty. By honoring your needs, you teach others that self-respect and self-worth are vital at every stage of life. You set an example of what it looks like to love yourself unapologetically, showing that taking time to nourish your body, mind, and spirit is not indulgence, but wisdom. The ripple effect of this shift is incredible. Your relationships will deepen, not suffer. When you no longer feel drained or taken for granted, you'll find that the connections in your life grow healthier and more meaningful. You're no longer giving out of obligation, but out of genuine love and abundance. And within yourself, you'll feel a quiet joy, a renewed connection to who you are and what truly brings you peace. So, grant yourself the freedom to prioritize self-care. Choose it as an act of rebellion against the pressures to always put yourself last. Choose it as a gift to the person you've worked so hard to become. And know, deep in your heart, that by embracing self-care, you're creating a life filled with balance, joy, and a love for yourself that will radiate to those around you. You are worth every moment of this care, and it's never too late to claim it. 7. Embrace change instead of fearing it. Change can feel intimidating, especially as we grow older and find solace in the routines and the familiarity we've cultivated over the years. It's natural to feel apprehensive when the foundations of our daily lives begin to shift. But life, in all its beautiful complexity, is a constant evolution. Every new chapter brings with it an opportunity to grow, adapt, and discover parts of ourselves we never knew existed. I believe that change is not just inevitable. It's essential for truly experiencing the depth and breadth of life. When I reflect on the changes I've faced, whether it was adapting to a new health routine, moving to a new community, or even learning to navigate relationships differently, I realize each shift brought its hidden gifts. Yes, there were moments of fear, uncertainty, and even grief for what was left behind. But those feelings were soon replaced with wonder at how much richer my life became when I stopped resisting and started exploring what lay ahead. Change can feel like the end of something familiar, but it's also the beginning of something extraordinary, waiting to unfold. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we age, changes come in many forms. Some small, like discovering a new hobby, and others profound, like redefining what home means or adjusting to changes in health. Yet, each of these shifts holds the potential to transform us. Imagine viewing these transitions not as disruptions, but as stepping stones to a more fulfilled life. When we allow ourselves to embrace change, we discover the courage to build new friendships, explore creative passions, or adopt perspectives that bring clarity and joy. It's in these moments that we realize how resilient and adaptable we truly are. In my opinion, the beauty of change lies in its ability to remind us that life is dynamic, not static. Every change, no matter how daunting, is an invitation, a chance to learn, to grow, and to rediscover dreams we may have set aside long ago. Think about the joy of trying something new, like learning to use technology to connect with loved ones, rearranging a familiar space to spark inspiration, or simply walking a different path on your daily stroll. These seemingly small acts of change breathe fresh energy into our lives, sparking creativity and awakening curiosity. By letting go of the fear of change, we free ourselves to see life as a continuous journey, brimming with lessons and unexpected joys. Instead of clinging to what once was, we can embrace the excitement of what could be. Each new phase of life offers us the chance to redefine who we are, reconnect with our purpose, and live with a sense of adventure that keeps our spirits alive. For me, the greatest gift of embracing change has been the peace and fulfillment that come from knowing I have the strength to adapt and thrive no matter what life brings. So, take a deep breath and welcome change as a companion on your journey. Trust that it's leading you toward experiences that will enrich your soul and deepen your connection to the world around you. Life, after all, is about the stories we create, and the most meaningful ones often begin with a willingness to step into the unknown. 8. Put your health first. As we journey through life, the importance of health becomes impossible to overlook. It is the bedrock of everything we hold dear, the ability to experience joy, connect with others, pursue passions, and navigate life's inevitable challenges with resilience. When you prioritize your health, you're not just extending the years you have, you're enriching every moment of those years. This isn't about vanity or superficial goals. It's about honoring the gift of life and ensuring that you have the strength, energy, and clarity to live fully and meaningfully. For me, this realization has been nothing short of transformative. Taking care of yourself is a declaration that you matter, and your well-being is worth every ounce of effort. Putting your health first begins with a mindset shift, viewing your body, mind, and spirit as treasures to be nurtured rather than burdens to be managed. This means committing to small, consistent habits that accumulate over time, creating a ripple effect of wellness that touches every area of your life. Imagine starting each day with a brisk walk in the morning sun, feeling your heart pump with purpose and your lungs fill with fresh air. This simple act connects you with nature, clears your mind, and energizes your body. Add to that a balanced breakfast, whole foods packed with nutrients that fuel your day and remind your body that it is cared for. These choices, though small, set the tone for a day of intentional living. Physical activity is a cornerstone of vibrant health, but it doesn't have to mean grueling gym sessions or unattainable fitness goals. It's about finding what works for you and brings you joy. Whether it's yoga that stretches and strengthens your body, a dance class that lifts your spirits, or even gardening that keeps you moving while connecting you with nature, the key is consistency and enjoyment. Strength training can help maintain muscle mass and bone density as you age, while stretching keeps your joints flexible and prevents stiffness. These practices are not just for your body. They also lift your mood, reduce stress, and enhance your overall outlook on life. Equally essential is nourishing your body with wholesome, nutrient-rich foods. Think of every meal as an opportunity to care for yourself, a way to provide the vitamins, minerals, and energy you need to thrive. Choose colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats, and savor every bite with gratitude. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day is another act of love for your body, helping it stay hydrated, energized, and functioning at its best. And remember, it's not about perfection but progress. Allow yourself to indulge occasionally without guilt, knowing that balance is key. But health isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as tending to your body. Practices like mindfulness meditation or journaling can provide a sanctuary for your thoughts and emotions. When you sit quietly and focus on your breath, you create space for peace and clarity to enter your life. Writing down your thoughts, fears, and hopes helps you process them, turning chaos into calm. Connecting with nature, whether it's a walk in the woods, sitting by the water, or simply observing a sunset, can also be incredibly grounding and healing. Equally important is surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Relationships are at the heart of a fulfilled life, and staying connected with loved ones can profoundly impact your well-being. Laugh with friends, share stories, or simply spend time in each other's presence. It's these moments that feed your soul and remind you of life's beauty. At the same time, let go of toxic relationships or commitments that drain your energy. Your health, both physical and mental, thrives in environments of positivity and support. As you embark on this journey of prioritizing health, don't forget the power of gratitude and self-compassion. Take moments to reflect on the good in your life, even when challenges arise. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude that shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and forgive yourself when you stumble. Each step you take toward health is an act of courage and self-love. When you put your health first, you're not just enhancing your own life, you're creating a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. A healthier you is a more present parent, a more compassionate friend, and a more engaged community member. You're showing the world that you value yourself and inspiring others to do the same. And when challenges come, as they inevitably will, your investment in health gives you the resilience to face them with strength and grace. In prioritizing your health, you are gifting yourself the ability to age with independence, vitality, and dignity. You're ensuring that your later years are not marked by regret, but by the fulfillment of a life well lived. Health is not a destination but a lifelong journey, one that requires patience, commitment, and self-respect. But every effort you make, every walk you take, every nourishing meal you eat, every moment of mindfulness you practice, brings you closer to a life filled with energy, purpose, and joy. So, honor your body, mind, and soul. Treat them with the care and respect they deserve. By making health your priority, you're not just adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. You're creating a future where each day is a celebration of what it means to truly live. And if you ever doubt the worth of this effort, remind yourself, you are worth it every single step of the way. 9. Let go of regrets and embrace self-compassion. As we look back on the vast, intricate web of our lives, it's natural to encounter moments that fill us with regret. Perhaps it's a choice we made that led us down a difficult path, an opportunity we missed, or words we left unspoken when the moment felt too fleeting or uncertain. These regrets can linger in our minds, replaying in quiet moments, casting a shadow over the joy we might otherwise feel. But here's the profound truth: regret is a weight we don't have to carry. It serves no purpose but to tie us to a version of ourselves that no longer exists. Letting go of regret is an act of self-liberation, an acknowledgement that while we cannot change the past, we can transform our relationship with it. Regrets often arise from the heartache of what might have been. We may wonder how our lives would have turned out if we had taken a different job, pursued a different passion, or held on to a relationship we let go of, or let go of one we stayed in for too long. This endless dance of what if can feel all-consuming, pulling us away from the beauty of the present. But the truth is, every choice we've made, no matter how imperfect or misguided it might seem in hindsight, was made with the best intentions and understanding we had at the time. How often do we forget to offer ourselves the same grace we so willingly extend to others? When a friend confides in us about their missteps, we don't chastise them for being human. We comfort them, we lift them, and we remind them of their worth. Why, then, do we struggle to treat ourselves with the same kindness? Embracing self-compassion is not an indulgence, it's a necessity. It is a deeply human act of acceptance, an acknowledgement that imperfection is not a flaw but a shared thread that connects us all. Imagine looking back on your life not with a harsh glare of judgment, but with a gentle light of understanding. Imagine saying to yourself, I did the best I could with the knowledge, tools, and emotions I had at the time. I am still learning, still growing, and that is enough. This simple but profound shift in perspective can open the door to healing. It allows us to view our past not as a series of failures, but as a rich, multifaceted story of growth, resilience, and discovery. Letting go of regret also means reframing how we view the past. Instead of fixating on what could have been, we can focus on the lessons we've learned. Every stumble taught us how to stand stronger. Every heartbreak showed us the depth of our capacity to feel. Every mistake reveals something about who we are and what we value. This isn't to say that the past wasn't painful. It often was. But within that pain lies the seeds of wisdom and the potential for a brighter, more intentional future. And what about the present? Regret often steals from the here and now, distracting us from the moments unfolding before us. By releasing regret, we reclaim our ability to fully inhabit our lives. We free ourselves to appreciate the small joys, a shared laugh, a quiet sunset, the warmth of connection with someone we care about. We open our eyes to the possibilities that still lie ahead, to the dreams we can still pursue, and to the love we can still give and receive. Forgiving ourselves is a powerful act of courage. It's saying, I am worthy of joy and peace, despite my mistakes. When we forgive ourselves, we begin to notice something extraordinary. Our hearts soften, not only toward ourselves but also toward others. We become more empathetic, and more understanding of the struggles and imperfections of those around us. This ripple effect of self-compassion can strengthen relationships, deepen connections, and create a sense of unity that enriches our lives. In this chapter of life, whatever stage we may be in, it's worth pausing to honor the journey we've taken. Let's celebrate the beauty and complexity of it all. The laughter, the tears, the triumphs, and the stumbles. Every moment has shaped us, taught us, and contributed to the resilient, wise, and compassionate people we are today. Life is not a pursuit of perfection. It is an embrace of imperfection, a dance between growth and grace. Regret has a way of convincing us that we're stuck in the past, but the truth is, we are always moving forward. By letting go of what was, we create space for what can be. The future is not a distant, unreachable place. It begins in the next moment, the next breath, the next decision to choose kindness over criticism. Letting go of regret doesn't mean we forget the past. It means we honor it, learn from it, and use it as a foundation to build a more compassionate, joyful, and meaningful life. Ultimately, life is a tapestry woven from both mistakes and triumphs, from both joy and sorrow. By releasing the weight of regret, we allow ourselves to live more freely, more openly, and with a deeper sense of gratitude for the gift of each day. This is not just about moving on. It's about moving forward with a full heart, embracing all that life has to offer, and knowing that we are always worthy of love, peace, and self-compassion. Let this be the chapter where you let go of the past and embrace the beautiful, limitless potential of your present and future. Then, let go of the need for perfection. Perfection. It's a concept so deeply ingrained in many of us that it feels like second nature. From an early age, we're taught to aim for it, to be the best student, the best partner, the best employee. We're taught to strive for the highest grades, the most polished appearance, and the most flawless results in everything we do. The world rewards perfection, or so it seems. And so, we spend our lives chasing an ideal that's as elusive as a shadow, always just out of reach. But what happens when we step back and ask ourselves, why? Why do we chase perfection when we know, deep down, it's unattainable? Why do we exhaust ourselves trying to live up to standards that no human can ever truly meet? As we enter a new chapter of life, it's time to reconsider this endless pursuit. Letting go of the need for perfection isn't just an option. It's a necessity for living a fuller, more meaningful life. Letting go starts with a powerful truth. Perfection is not only impossible but also unnecessary. This realization can feel like a weight being lifted off your shoulders. Think about it. The most cherished moments in your life, the ones that fill your heart with warmth, are rarely perfect. They're the spontaneous, unplanned, and imperfect moments. The laughter that bubbles up from a mistake, the joy of a messy celebration, the beauty of a heartfelt gesture that isn't polished or rehearsed. These are the moments that make life worth living. When we cling to perfection, we hold ourselves back. We create a rigid framework for our lives, one where mistakes are unacceptable and failure feels catastrophic. We fear judgment, not just from others but from ourselves. We become our harshest critics, picking apart every perceived flaw and shortcoming. But what if, instead of criticizing ourselves for not being perfect, we celebrated ourselves for being real? Embracing imperfection means embracing humanity. To be human is to be flawed, to stumble, to learn, and to grow. It means recognizing that our imperfections are not weaknesses but rather unique facets of who we are. Each wrinkle, each scar, and each mistake tells a story of resilience, courage, and growth. These imperfections are what make us relatable and, ultimately, lovable. I've come to see the beauty in imperfection through my journey. The times I've made mistakes, big ones, small ones, embarrassing ones, have often been the times I've learned the most about myself. I've learned that I am not defined by my failures but by how I rise after them. I've learned that laughter often comes from the unexpected, and that joy doesn't require perfection. When we let go of perfection, we create space for authenticity. We allow ourselves to show up fully, without the fear of being judged or rejected. And in doing so, we permit others to do the same. This has a profound impact on our relationships. Imagine a life where you don't have to pretend to have it all together, where you can be vulnerable and open with those you love. Imagine the relief of knowing that your worth isn't tied to your achievements or how perfect you appear, but simply to who you are. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Letting go of perfection also means letting go of control, a difficult but freeing process. It means accepting that life is unpredictable and messy, and that this unpredictability is what makes it beautiful. When we stop trying to control every outcome, we make room for creativity, spontaneity, and genuine connection. We begin to see life as a series of moments to be savored, rather than a checklist of goals to be accomplished. This mindset doesn't mean settling for less. On the contrary, it means prioritizing what truly matters. It means choosing love over appearances, joy over pressure, and meaning over superficial success. When you stop striving for perfection, you start striving for fulfillment, and that's a goal worth pursuing. Think about the people you admire most. Are they perfect? Probably not. What makes them special is their authenticity, their kindness, and their ability to connect with others on a genuine level. The same is true for you. When you let go of the need to be perfect, you allow your true self to shine. You become more present, more empathetic, and more open to the beauty of life. So, how do you begin this journey of letting go? Start by being kind to yourself. When you make a mistake, resist the urge to criticize. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Surround yourself with people who value you for who you are, not for who you're trying to be. And remind yourself every day that you are enough. Letting go of perfection is not about lowering your standards. It's about shifting your perspective. It's about valuing progress over perfection, effort over outcomes, and authenticity over appearances. It's about understanding that life's greatest treasures, love, laughter, connection, and joy, don't require perfection. Celebrate the messy, the flawed, the beautifully imperfect journey that is your life. Each misstep, each scar, and each moment of vulnerability is a testament to your strength and humanity. By embracing imperfection, you open yourself to a life that is richer, deeper, and more fulfilling than anything perfection could ever offer. And in the end, isn't that what we're all truly seeking? As we come to the end of this reflection, I want to ask you, what have you learned from this message today? Which part resonated with you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Share one thing you've learned about letting go of perfection and how you plan to bring that lesson into your life. Your thoughts and insights could inspire someone else on their journey, so don't hesitate to share. If this video touched your heart or gave you something to think about, please leave a comment below. And if you found it valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content just like this. Thank you for being here, and remember, you are enough, just as you are. See you in the next video. Glowing Star.